Today we are going to talk about biological molecules. So, first of all, we need to define what a nutrient is. A nutrient is a substance which is needed for growth, repair, and metabolism. Metabolism meaning all the chemical reactions occurring in a body. There are three main groups that we need to talk about here. The first one is carbohydrates, then proteins, and finally fats and oils, which is also called lipids. These nutrients are all examples of organic chemicals. This means that they all contain carbon atoms that are covalently bonded to the atoms of other elements. First group is carbohydrates. The basic units of a carbohydrate are simple sugars, e.g. glucose and fructose. These are also called monosaccharides, mono meaning one. Molecular formula for glucose and fructose is the same, it is C6H12O6. However, the structure are very different. So, if we have a picture of a glucose and a fructose, you can see them here. But first of all, start with glucose. Glucose has 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens. The same can be said for fructose. It has 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens. However, from the pictures, you can see that the structure of these are very different. The next key word that we're going to look at here is disaccharides. So di meaning two. Sucrose is a disaccharide. So imagine you have a glucose molecule there, and it gets chemically bonded to another glucose molecule. The whole structure, the two glucose molecules bonded together, is a disaccharide, and that's where di comes from. It consists of 2 monosaccharides, glucose and fructose, joined together. Next thing here is polysaccharides. So starch found in plants and glycogen found in animals are polysaccharides. Poly meaning many. So as you can assume, if you have a chain of glucose molecules all joined together, this would be a polysaccharide. So they consist of many glucose molecules joined together, or chemically joined together. The next group that we're going to look at is lipids. So here we have the structure of lipids, which look kind of complicated. Lipids are fats and oils. Lipids are large molecules made from smaller units of fatty acids, which I've highlighted here in yellow, and glycerol, which is the top part. So it usually consists of a glycerol backbone, which is in green, and 3 long chains of fatty acids. In the diagram, you can see how 3 long chains of carbon atoms are attached to a glycerol molecule. Together, they combine and to make one lipid molecule. So that whole structure there is one lipid molecule. The next group are proteins. Proteins are large molecules made from smaller units of amino acids. So the basic unit of proteins are amino acids. I'm going to draw this as follows, as different shapes. Okay? So each shape is an amino acid. However, the different shape represents that there's different types of amino acids that can bond together. There's about 20 different naturally occurring amino acids that can bond together. So an example of this would be alanine and glycine are 2 examples of amino acids. Each protein molecule can have hundreds or even thousands of these amino acids joined together. This gives a unique sequence, which allows the protein to develop its own individual properties. So depending on the arrangement of these shapes, the protein will fold differently, giving it a different structure. Thank you for listening.